I can't really imagine what I'd be like without music, because like I grew up listening to it. Seeing as it's the prime factor in my life, and like literally what my life revolves around, I have to not plan my life, but I have to live around music.
Action. Hello. My name is Matthew Krinberg, also known as Crinny, also known as Crash Crinny, also known as Matthew. It all started when I was born. I like that one. That'll be a good intro.
Music's like the only thing I've found that fits the lifestyle I want to live, like the ideal lifestyle I have in my head. I can't think of any other profession that would allow me to live the life I want to live while still having fun and working at the same time. Once I turned 20, I moved downtown. I've always wanted to live downtown, mainly because like that's where all my work is, that's where everyone I work with lives, and that's where all the fun happens. I'm a very spiritual guy. I was raised Jewish, had my bar mitzvah, but I don't know, a lot didn't make sense to me. I don't go to school. I didn't go to school other than high school. Just didn't see a point. I don't really like the idea of school.
Ice cream, it shall never leave me alone. I'll take my ice cream in not go.
I've been influenced by a lot of weird things. Like my biggest influence has definitely been Toronto itself, especially in music. Like my music aspect of my life has really grown up here. It's been a very almost ironically weird life for me. I'm very thankful that I've had people in my life through the past few years and throughout my whole life, really, that have helped me figure out how to stay sane, as I like to call it, and who have helped me really find myself up until now. I sometimes think like, what would I be like if I, didn't grow up in Richmond Hill, or if I didn't have a certain friend, and I'll try and like figure out the butterfly effect that it would have had. I've been like fortunate enough to work with all the people that I've wanted to work with, right? Like when I was getting into the music scene here, there were like artists that were already popping and doing their thing, and I'd look up to them and be like, wow, I can't wait to work with them. Like I wish I could work with them one day. Luckily enough, I've been able to check most of those names off my list. And it's been really cool. It's been a weird experience. It's weird for me because I'll be sitting there with them. Like at first, it depends obviously how big they are, but there's some people I meet and they're like decently big, and I'm like, even I'm a fan of them. And I'm like, wow, like I'm okay, like I'm here, like I'm really doing this. But after about 5 minutes, that feeling disappears and I have to do my job. And from then on, it's kind of just normal for me. It's very weird trying to write music that not only means something to me and paints the image that I'm trying to paint, but that I feel will be received by other people in the same way that I'm receiving it, or that I'm kind of saying it in a sense, if that makes sense. And it almost feels like I'm always under a lot of pressure. And it's all my own pressure, to be quite honest. Aside from the whole, pressure aspect of music and me trying to be a better artist and trying to find myself through my own artistry, there's also every other factor that comes with working in music, like drugs, alcohol, basically anything relating to literal mental health, rather than like trying to find myself in the introspective side of things. It's tricky to stay positive and like literally healthy, like, balanced diet, getting enough sleep, getting exercise. It's taken me a long time to figure out the balance that I need to have, and I still I'm struggling to keep that balance, but I'm glad I at least know it. There's a lot of reasons it's hard to stay mentally healthy. One of them, okay, hold on, let me restart this whole part. It's tricky because there's a lot of external factors that make you feel like you're not doing enough, make me feel like I'm not doing enough, or almost like I'm not good enough, or I'm not up to par, or I could be better. And it's tricky because that applies to everything. Like, I'll be working with people and, you know, if they don't like what I'm playing, then I start thinking, okay, shit, like I don't have enough of a diverse profile, a portfolio. I need to make more varieties of music. I need to expand and branch out, like my grandma always tells me, even though I don't want to make pop music or disco. She thinks I should. But it's tricky. There's a lot that goes through your head when you're not only making music for other people, but with other people, and then for yourself. My biggest struggle has for sure been finding myself via my music or for my music. My goal is to eventually, once I have my own music ready and I drop a project, like I want all my friends to be super proud of it and all my friends to want to promote it and stuff like that. Like I want them to be like, oh, yeah, like Crinny's my best friend, I can envision Eugene one day saying, Crinny's, that's my brother, we grew up together. Like I heard all of his unreleased garbage and his released garbage, because it's all the same shit.